Oh, hi kids. Here I am back with plant life in details for you. As you all know, there are different parts of plant. Here, leaf, flower, fruit and seeds will be discussed in detail. We are going to go through the parts of leaf, venation, that is reticulate and parallel venation, types of leaves, simple and compound, phyllotaxy, that is the arrangement of leaves, the functions of the leaf, which are normal as well as special. The normal functions include photosynthesis, gas exchange, transpiration, and circulation through xylem and phloem. We have special functions like trapping insect, mechanical support, flotation, protection, storage of food, and reproduction. Next, we go to the second part, that is flower. The parts of the flowers we'll go through is the pedicel, the receptacle or thalamus, and the whorls. There are three parts. The third part, that is whorls, is most important because it is subdivided into two parts: the accessory or non-essential, which is calyx and corolla, and the essential one, that is androecium and gynoecium. The details of androecium and gynoecium, the parts, their functions should be known. Then we go to the types of flower, which is again based on two types, that is the presence or absence of whorls and the presence or absence of female and the male part, that is androecium and gynoecium. Thus, they are classified as complete, incomplete, bisexual, and unisexual flowers. We'll go through the functions of flowers, that is, it produces fruits and seeds. They are the site for pollination and they are bright color to attract insects for pollination. Then we'll go through pollination, its types, as well as we'll go to the agents of pollination like insect, wind, water, animals. You need to know the examples for these agents. Fertilization is the last process where zygote is formed, and finally the embryo. Then we go to the third part, that is fruit. Fruits is again divided into two types, that is true and false fruit as well as seeded fruit and seedless fruit. Then we'll go to the parts of the fruit, which is again pericarp and seed. Pericarp is three layered: epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Then we'll go to the function of fruits: protection, dispersal, and storage. Last part is the seed. Seed is formed from the ovule, and the parts are seed coat, embryo or baby plant, and cotyledon or endosperm. Endosperm is the food for monocots. Then we go to the types of the seeds, that is based on number of cotyledon as monocot and dicot, and the presence or absence of endosperm, that is endospermic or albuminous, and non-endospermic or ex-albuminous seed. We have to know the examples of monocot as well as dicot seeds. Lastly, we go to dispersal of seeds and then the process of germination in detail, which part after germination produces what. For example, you should know that the ovary forms the fruit and the ovule forms the seed of the fruit inside the fruit. Then we have to know about parthenogenesis, which is nothing but reproduction without fertilization. This is all. Just go through the textbook once and go through this mind map which I have made. You can screenshot it